it's me, Jenisha Stanley again. Today I'm going to review the book, Who Was Michael Jackson? Well, he was the king of pop. This book has 104 pages, 10 chapters, and this book was written by Megan Stine, and this book was illustrated by Joseph J.M. Michael Jackson was born as Michael Joseph Jackson on August 29, 1958. And the Jackson house was already crowded with a lot of people, and two siblings came after him. Michael Jackson had 5 brothers and 3 sisters, plus mom and dad equals 7 boys and 4 girls, which is a total of 11 people in the house. And there were 2 beds in the house, so everybody just had to squish in whenever they went to bed. Michael's father, Joe Jackson, was a very strict man, and whenever they did something bad around the house, he punished them. He gets very angry. Sometimes he whips them with his belt, and sometimes Michael tries to fight back. And sometimes he tries to punch his dad, and once he even threw a shoe at him. And that is definitely not good. But his father got even more mad and spanked him even harder than the other children. Michael's father, Joe, is a crane operator, and his mom is a part-time worker. Together they earn about $30 a day. To make extra money, his dad has a band called the Falcons. He is a guitarist, and his brother Tito studied him playing the guitar. And one day, Michael and his 2 siblings snuck his father's guitar, into his sibling Tito's room. And Tito knew how to play the guitars because he's been studying his dad very sneakily. And one day, something bad happened. The string on his father's guitar broke. Tito could not fix it, so he put it back where it belongs so his father wouldn't notice it. But of course his father noticed it. And then he was about to spank the children when his mom spoke up so he wouldn't spank them. And then one day his father came in with a shiny red guitar, and he gave it to Tito and said, "Show me what you got." And he started playing it so beautifully. When Michael was 5 years old, Michael and 4 of his other siblings formed a group called the Jackson 5. Because there are 5 Jacksons, it was called the Jackson 5. And one of his older brothers was the main singer, and Michael played the drums. But then everybody noticed that Michael was the star. And whenever he was around 6, he started singing, and he was the most famous of them all. In 1979, Michael made his first solo album, Off the Wall, with his friend Quincy Jones. In 1980, he earned his very first Grammy Award. And in 1982, he made another solo album called Thriller. And guess what? He becomes a werewolf, and then something scary happens for girls that hate zombies. Hiya! Zombies. Michael Jackson is one of the zombies, and it is very scary. Girls that love zombies can watch it, but girls that hate zombies, don't you dare do it. Sadly, something very bad happened in January 1984. Michael Jackson was shooting an ad for Pepsi when fireworks were blasting near him, and his hair caught on fire. And then he didn't notice it. He was still jumping and spinning when suddenly his hands flew right up to his head. And he had very bad burns. He was rushed right to the hospital, and he started getting some pain drugs. And 2 good things came out of the Pepsi accident. One, he was given $1.5 million to donate to that burn center. And second, he was given $5.2 million to buy Neverland. Now I'm going to tell you about Michael Jackson's home that he bought with a lot of money, Neverland. It was nearly 3,000 acres and it had a lot of things to do. And a Ferris wheel, a small train, my favorite ride at the carnival, bumper cars, a pirate ship ride, a roller coaster, a petting zoo, and much more. There were statues of children everywhere. Wild animals were roaming around, and he built his own house there and smaller guest houses. Michael was married twice, one to the daughter of Elvis Presley and second to someone named Debbie Rowe. They had 2 children before they divorced. The first one was Prince Michael Jackson I, and second was Paris Catherine Michael Jackson. Michael had a third child, Prince Michael Jackson II, but the mother's identity is unknown. In 2009, Michael was planning to perform something called This Is It. It was going to contain 50 concerts playing in London, starting from 2009. Since he was practicing so hard, he didn't get enough sleep, so he hired a doctor named Conrad Murray and he got some medicine so he could sleep. But on June 25th, 2009, he died with a heart attack from an overdose of those medicines. Michael Jackson died in Los Angeles, but he was put in a $250,000 coffin, and he was buried in Forest Lawn, California. All you children, go and read this book to learn more about the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. You can call him MJ for short.